When I was a kid, the Cheech Wizard was real, and we would wait for him to show up at his laboratory. It was on top of a hill in Syracuse, New York, upstate New York, and we would wait there for hours trying to find Cheech, wait for him to show up, and he says, he'll be here any minute. And I was like, what's he doing? He's like, he's balling rods or doing tricks or something. And Cheech Wizard was a hat with stars on it. He's one of the most unique characters in my father's creation. He still hasn't been replicated, and he's so original that, you know, nobody dares to rip him off, you know, so it's just too unique to my father, because I'm very proud of him. And I like to see him grow bigger than he was in life, and I'm part of that, and keeping him going, and he keeps me going. You know, we kind of work together, him being immortal and me being mortal. We make a good team, and I feel sometimes he's watching over my shoulder while I'm drawing and telling me ideas.
Ja, man kennt die Charakter so vom Aufwachsen eigentlich in der Graffiti-Kultur, von allen möglichen Pieces so, weil Berliner Writer benutzen das und auch einfach Writer weltweit benutzen einfach die Charakter oder auch die Backgrounds, und wenn das so im Zusammenhang mit einem Piece irgendwie auf eine Wand gemacht wird oder auf einen Train, dann gibt es denen immer noch so viel Wirkung im ganzen Ding, so die geilen Bode-Schmetterlinge oder die LSD-Optiken, Backgrounds so für die Pieces, und das bleibt dann halt irgendwann hängen so.
My father had become a foundry of ideas for graffiti art, and so the characters, the heavy-legged characters, the big hands, you know, with the gestures. I mean, my father was doing stuff way ahead of his time, and he saw a lot of things happen before they did. And so I draw it out of love, you know, and to keep him alive.
Bode ist halt ganz klar eine lebende Legende für alle, die irgendwas mit Graffiti und Writing zu tun haben. Einfach weil seine Kunst so viele Leute beeinflusst hat, und was sicherlich auch an der Einfachheit der Charakter liegt und an dieser schon funky Coolness, die halt bei Graffiti und Hip-Hop immer zugegen ist. So. Und ja, letztendlich sind seine Sachen so geil und so präsent gewesen und sind sie immer noch, dass einfach man sich quasi seinen Einfluss gar nicht entziehen kann.
At first, I was like shocked when I saw the first Bode characters, because I was like, somebody is risking their freedom to put our artwork on a train, you know, in New York City, and I couldn't believe it, you know, that somebody would do that, and I was impressed, but somewhat confused as to why they would choose our stuff, you know, our fathers. As time went on, I started realizing everybody started doing it, you know, and I saw it in San Francisco, I saw it in New York City, I started to see it everywhere. I think at first my father wouldn't have liked the idea that all these people are doing his art, but I think over time he would have realized that they weren't imitating, they were homaging, you know. I think Vaughn would have liked it, you know, now he would have embraced it by now. But I love it, you know. I get my hands right in there. I like to paint with all the artists, and it's exciting. And I also really enjoy it, especially the women, you know, the big boobs and the big butts. I love that stuff. The reason I draw them is because my father taught me to. When I was 7 years old, my father said, "Son, it's time you learn how to draw tits." And he drew the tits like this, and he said, "You always draw these the same way, you're gonna make a lot of money." So I do more pornographic stuff than my father, but it's for laughs and it's lighthearted. You know, it's not an attack. And also, you know, there's also I always have the male side, you know, when I do the female. So I balance out the porno, and so nobody, it offends everybody, you know.
Ohne Bode würde es Entwicklungen wie Characters in Graffiti gar nicht geben. So. Und dass heute ein Character einen gleichberechtigten Anteil an einem Piece haben kann, ist wirklich auch nur darauf zurückzuführen, dass er so eine Vorarbeit quasi geleistet hat. So. Aber das ist halt wirklich ein massiver Einfluss, den man da sieht, so. Der sich auch durch alle Länder, durch alle verschiedenen Arten von Graffiti durchzieht, ob es jetzt Street Art ist, Stencil oder wirklich Hardcore-Bombing, so. Irgendwie taucht es immer mit auf. So. Das ist schon beeindruckend. Also dadurch, dass halt schon Anfang der 70er halt Writer wie Seeden, Dondi, Lee Sachen von ihm adaptiert haben und auch immer wieder produziert haben auf Trains, auf Wände, hat sich das so quasi in die Welt von Graffiti eingebrannt, dass man heute sagen kann, dass Bode auf jeden Fall Teil von Graffiti ist. So.
Overall, I've been wanting to create a Bode theme park with rides, you know, ride the C cup, you know, with the Bode broad tits, and you know, and have, you know, the tunnel of love, you know, with Cheech, you know, animated Cheech, you know, and you know, maybe, you know, we could have some casinos that make money, so the place you could ride sexy rides and gamble. So I have to make some friends with some Indians in America, and we make this park. Cool.